social media. I forgot I was even on here. So over the years, um, I didn't brought y'all all types of stuff, all types of topics, and stuff like that. Even brought y'all when they was throwing bodies into an abandoned building and during COVID, like stuff like that. So I think that will be my topic, man. Basically, it's like taking your hustles and your hobbies and turning them into real businesses. I spent the last year almost working 7 hours, 12 days a week at the plant. I'm a supervisor, um, and I made a lot of money, but I never really got to do the things that I have been for myself. Um, it really dawned on me. I don't know. I was making a lot of money, but I wasn't happy with what I was doing. That was the case. It was always like something in my stomach that made me feel like it was more to what was going on in life. It's more like I felt like I was making a lot of money, but I wasn't fulfilling any type of purpose that I had. I was just going through a routine, doing this, doing that. Really ain't had time for my family. Really ain't had time for the kids. Really ain't had time for nothing. Y'all would see me like on the jet skis, but literally I had to take the jet ski to work with me, get off, ride for a couple hours, an hour or two, and then come back to the crib, go to sleep, go to work the next day. And it's cool being able to afford the stuff you want, but again, it's not cool not having time to use it. So I took this time off to really invest back into myself, really invest back into things I want to do. And it's funny, the Zara, my boat, went down at last year at the end of the season. I had a prop strike on my boat. My boat was down all summer. So that's why I ended up getting another jet ski, two of them. So I ended up getting another jet ski because the boat went down. But what it did was stop me. What up, Prince? Shout out my dog Prince. He another dude, one of my boys. Got a boat rental service too. So shout out Prince. Um, that's my guy. So I really wasn't able to make the money I needed to or invest and do what I wanted to do in LRM. I invested a lot of money actually into it. So the boat, it was a small issue with the boat. It was crazy. The props right, lower out unit. Um, the insurance company paid for a new out unit, but the mechanics just suck. Boat mechanics suck. So the boat was down all summer, um, and I really didn't get to do any tours or any of the things I wanted to do. I really wouldn't have had time anyway. Like I said, I was on 712. So, what a job would do is have you give up on your dreams to build somebody else's. Really, what a job does. And I'm not knocking no jobs. Like I said, I make excellent money. I make $42 an hour at work, so I make excellent money. But it's just um, you really not. That's it. I go to work. I come home. I'll be too exhausted to really do anything. I will myself to ride the jet ski because that's just my getaway, my mental getaway. Um, Funny thing about it, I bought the high performance ski when I should have bought two normal jet skis, if that makes sense. Two normal jet skis, so I could have rented them out, and did the tours. But I really, like I said, I bought the Joker for me. But I did turn into a business thing because I used it for advertising. When people see me out there doing tricks and racing and doing all this crazy stuff on the river, they uh they asked me like, "Where do you get those skis at? Where'd you get the skis at? Who taught you how to ride like that?" So I was able to advertise my business, not expecting the Zara to be down all summer. So when I got this time out, I went back to investing in myself. Um, Wanted to buy some properties, so I've been working on that right now. So I got back to doing my credit repair and things like that. So my question is, y'all, it's 2024. I know everybody coming to a year with all these expectations and these New Year resolutions, but is y'all really focusing? Are you really focusing on advancing and advancing in growth, financial growth, mental growth, spiritual growth, physical growth? I know we come into the years. We come in every year. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm guilty of it too. I said I was gonna get back to working out, and I started. I'm sure y'all seen the pictures I posted. That's one thing about it. I got lucky. God blessed me. Is that I really don't have to work out much to get a really big result. It's kind of like cheating, but it ain't. juice. I didn't take steroids and do none of that. So it looked like I did a lot, but I really did the least. Like my first excuse is I don't want to go to the gym with all these people doing in there for the New Year's and be like 1,000 people in there. They just ain't gonna be there. So I started working out at the house. Results in a couple days. Then I quit. I saw what I wanted to see, and I quit. And that's how a lot of us do with business, and a lot of us do with a lot of things that we try to focus on. We start seeing a little result, or start getting a little bit too hard, and then we give up on it. I had grown this channel at one point to where it was actually monetized, and I stopped. I just let life get in the way. Work, start working. What up, Brian? I ain't seen you in years. What up, Antoine? Uh, my fuck to my YouTube, guys. I'm actually, like I said, I'm live on Instagram and I'm live on Facebook right now too. I'm recording this for YouTube later on when I edit it. Um, so we'll let life get in the way, and I think I believe at one point in time, I believe at one point in time, yeah, that's a lot better. I believe at one point in time, did that at first. I believe at one point in time, I made a video for Man vs. the Machine about um how the devil or the universe would trick you out of your purpose. And being tricked out of your purpose is like, what's up, Erica? Everything that happens to you in life, um, to stop you from doing what you purpose for. And what do I mean by purpose? Every single person on this planet was put here with a gift that only you have. Your gift is specific to you. No other. There's no other Jermaine. There's um, no other you. So whatever your purpose is, if you wake up every day, I believe this in my heart. If you wake up every day, you have a purpose that you have not yet fulfilled, and that's the only reason you're here. I've been through so much crazy stuff, some self-inflicted, some not, in my life. That it's times I've been to funerals and wondered why I wasn't in that casket because I've done things that those people have done and way worse. Yet I'm still here to tell a story, and it was revealed to me because you have a purpose. Uh, some of my little homies, some of my older homies, I've seen people literally see people drop dead and have heart attacks. I remember one time when I was in the plant when I was working at Ford. I used to sell movies at the plant. I used to be the movie man and the whatever man out there. I remember one time, one of the guys I used to pay my boy Tony. We had a job. We was on D chain where it was a two-person job, but once you got good at it, one person can do it. So me and Tony had a little hustle in the back. It was funny. Tony was like my worker, but Tony used to be a big dope dealer back in the day. He was YBI guy. And so like me and Tony, we set it up where we had a hot plate. I used to sell food. I used to sell movies. Used to sell pops, and I was a loan shark kind of too. Getting into that, so I would go out. Or I had Tony do the job. I get Tony some money. I go do the job. He go do the job. What up, real? Shout out my boy Real. Y'all looking for a used car? I'm not the only person that flip cars. My boy Real got them for sale too. Shout out my girl Erica. She's a realtor. Excellent job that she does too. If you're looking for a house to flip houses or whatever y'all want to do, y'all holler at her. Shout out my boy Big Dog. He's a DJ. So shout out my people. I ain't talking to you, RJ. See, that's why I had to go live because the kids. I know I said I was gonna do 5:30. The puppies was crying, the kids was wilding. I had to feed them, do all this other stuff. Lil Robert, I need you to tune it down, homie. Um, so yeah. So back to what I was saying. So you'll get you'll get all these things going on in your life, right? And like I was saying about a purpose. So it's only one you, and you have that gift in you to do whatever God put you on this earth to do. Like I said, I've been through so much stuff. I was talking about the time at Ford. My fault. Got off topic. It was still on topic. But so I was selling movies at Ford, right? And this is just how crazy life is, right? One of the guys I sell movies to, he was he asked for a certain movie. I can't remember what the movie was. And I was like, oh man, I ran out of them. I sold out. Whatever the movie was a hot movie at the time. I was like, I'll be back to get it on your next break because I was free to do whatever I wanted to do, but the line, they had to stay on the line, so they couldn't move like I could move. And so I'll be like, I'll be right back. Oh man, don't forget me. Do you know and that was main assembly. I had to walk across the parking lot a short distance, maybe 50 yards to go to the paint department. So I'm running, hustling, trying to, because a lot of people wanted this movie, but that was my guy. He was one of the first people when I started selling movies. He always supported what I was doing. So I go back, and Tony had to go to the bathroom. I'll never forget this. Uh, so Tony go to the bathroom, and I'm sitting there waiting. I'm like, all right, when you come back, I'm gonna shoot out again because I got to sell some more of these movies. So I put the movies in the burner so I can burn the movies again. And I get this call, and they freaking out like such and such just had a heart attack on the line. Like what the? I just literally walked away like 10 minutes ago, and he died. Literally, he died. And that's what I'm saying. Time is so short. Anything can happen to you at any moment. Like, I literally was just speaking to him, and he died. So what I'm saying to you is, if you wake up every morning, you have a purpose. And a lot of us, nothing wrong with working a job. Don't get me wrong. Nothing working in a job. I made a lot of money, over $100,000. I made over $100,000 by what, August. So there's nothing wrong with having a job. Like trust me, that's it's a great thing. But at the same time, a lot of you have purposes that go beyond that. Working, and then you have a purpose too. And a lot of us just put our purpose aside just to make money. Um, a lot of us go through what we've been through to develop the purpose inside of us too, and we just put that on the back burner. But like I said, the universe, God, whatever you want to say, like I said, I don't want to get religious or anything on here. It will make you do your purpose or get you out of here. And so, like I said, I was making a lot of money. Uh, what I wasn't, I felt empty. And I would conversate with some of my boys sometimes, like I don't know what it is. I'm just not really happy. I'm not in the street life. I don't do that anymore. For the most part. So it wasn't like it was a fear of something happening or something bad happening. I just felt like nothing. So like I said, when I be on the jet ski, that's my me time. So I just ride out into the middle of the lake, nowhere. Y'all see my videos when I be out there. And that's me thinking of what is wrong. What am I doing? What is banging at me to do more? Like it's not about the money. It is because I got a family to support. I got things that I got a house, I got cars, I got boats. All this stuff requires money. But why am I making a lot of money? I'm still not happy. And people say this about rich people. A lot of rich people all the time, like, how can you not be happy? You got all this money. Well, if you're not fulfilling your purpose and your calling, the universe wants the return on the investment that it made in your life. God wants the return on the investment that He made in your life. So that's that thing in you. No matter how much money you making, and 100,000 ain't a lot of money. If you made 100,000, it's not a lot of money. The only thing difference between um really the money that you make, if you're not doing something that's fulfilling your purpose, is the vehicles and the stuff that you can afford, the toys and the distractions to keep you from your purpose. So when I was saying that, it's an equal um amount of good and evil in the world, right? So people think like, oh, I can't do this because it's something always bad. It's not always something bad. Sometimes to get you to not fulfill your purpose, and whatever your purpose is, it's not for you. It's for you to affect other people in this world. The purpose is not just going to end with you being rich. That's still not fulfilling your purpose. You still that hunger inside. That's why you see philanthropists and things like this. People donating and going spending their time with less fortunate people. Your purpose, the purpose of you getting rich was to help other people. The purpose of you having a voice and having a platform is so you can reach other people. Some people use their platform for evil. Some people use their platform for good. Um, I was just watching a YouTuber or whatever you want to call him. I think his name is Seafish, something like that. And he the guy that's always I jelly is shit, I jelly is shit. And I'm laughing when I see this dude like, man, if a dude like I wish a motherfucker would come across like. So I'm really with the shits. So I found myself drawn to some of his skits. But I'm like, dude, couldn't really be like this. And in my head, I'm thinking like he just one of these YouTubers just capping. So the other day I was watching one of his skits, and the skit was he got set up by some chick, and then he avoided it. He brought her to her house. She tried to set him up, and he jellied that shit. And I'm laughing because, like, when he trying to set it up for the police, that he totally would have went to jail. All he had to do was say the chick was trying to kill me, and she tried to set me up, and I had to defend myself, which they would have seen anyway once they looked in the cell phone and seen all the text messages. But I've known that to happen to people in real life. You know what I'm saying? Fortunately, I've avoided some of those situations because I could see the shit coming before it happens. But I've known people to do that. So anyway, it kicks off to another video. I'm out the room doing something else, and it's him. He has been shot on 4 different occasions, 17 times, right? A total of 17 times he's been shot. You would never know because he's not slumped over. I'm sure y'all have seen the dude um, online, but I'm listening to him. He's telling his real story, and it's a very articulate kid. He's blessed. I mean, he got shot 17 times on 4 different occasions. He's been shot a total of 17 times. He has a purpose. I've known people that have been nicked by bullets, hitting the leg and died. Um, this kid's been shot in the neck, shot in the hip, shot in the groin, shot in the crotch, shot in his wee wee, shot in his ass, shot pretty much everywhere on his body. And he's still alive to tell his story. And what he was really talking about is like, yeah, I use this, but this platform, this is all fake. But I'm really telling people they don't. When really people reach out, I'm telling them not to do this, and this is not the life. Um, this is not the life that I want them to be involved in. Because getting shot is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how I made it. He said I've been in so much pain and I wanted to die. I'm mad I survived some of these incidents where I've been shot a couple days after his birthday, then the next year, a couple days after his birthday again. It's insane. But what I'm saying is you go through things sometimes for you to have a story to tell other people for your purpose. So the universe, good or bad, is investing into you. It's investing into your purpose. And just like any other investment, it wants a return on it. So if you're living outside of your purpose, now you can work a 9 to 5, but it's still something in you. Maybe you got to go to work, and that's one of the things I love about being a supervisor, is because I get to influence people. I get to actually make a change. Um, like I'm on layoff right now, but I was able to position people and to put them into positions where they wouldn't get laid off. Like I took a guy off the line and put him into our, if you know about the plant, cleaning up is nothing in the plant. So I took him off the job because I knew we were gonna get laid off. Nobody wants this electrical shit. Um, and I took him off and I put him into the janitorial part. People was mad because oh, why he get to do that? Why Vic? Oh, excuse me, I mean the same name. Why he get to do this? Why he get to do that? None of y'all wanted the job or the position, right? But it kept him able to feed his family. Uh, it's been times where some of my young guys they had ways to work, and I would go pick them up. Literally, would leave, punch out, go pick them up, because I know what they were going into. And then seeing the young guys and the girls I've been in those positions before, you know what I'm saying? Where I used to be 1 foot in the streets and 1 foot in the house. Um, and I've been that dude that will pop off and fight, shoot, and wilding out. I've been that guy with all the girls and the crazy stuff, and focusing on that more than focusing on my money, focusing on being a good person. So being able to give to those people my mentals, um, my experiences. I love that. Like I said, I was getting out of the industry because I'm just tired of flip flopping with the auto industry. When I was interviewing with this job this week, got that too. When I was interviewing with this job this week, that translated into our interview, and they love that the genuineness about it. Team building, basically. Um, Plant manager seems like a guy too, and he was really interested in how do you develop your teams, and that's one of my favorite parts about being a supervisor is building my teams. I mean, I took a guy before that was a new hire, and you know, new hires are temps, and I turned him into a team leader. I seen that in him when he first started. He didn't see it in himself, but I seen that in him, and I got it out of him before I left that company. And he's a team leader, might be a supervisor now. So just like that, living even though you work in a job, but you fulfilling the purpose. So, not the guy that just, you to yourself, you don't um interact with anybody, just a hermit or just a Ebenezer Scrooge. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it was times when I wish people that I known that were in positions to help me didn't help me, and they were bosses and managers and stuff like that. So when it finally was my opportunity, um, to be in that position, I made sure that I was not like those that just let shit happen and you could do something about it. So that's a part of being in your purpose. So don't ever let distractions stop you from fulfilling your purpose. Um, when you close to a breakthrough, that's when all hell seems to break loose. And then when that tactic doesn't work, that's a favorite tactic of your adversary. Whatever you want to call it, the universe. Some people call it the devil. Um, the evils, these principalities that try to stop you. If you ever notice, whenever you're trying to do something and you right at that point where it's about to break, that's when all the bad stuff happens. Like today, I planned on going on at 5:30. I swear, the puppy started crying. Then they mama started barking. Then the kids came home. Then the the plow truck, or whatever that was going down the street, come down the street. So it's always something. But I kept pushing. Like, you know what? I can't record right now or what I want to do, but I'm gonna work on the audio, and I'm gonna get my mind. I'm gonna watch more YouTube videos and figure out how to work this equipment better. I'm gonna do this. The purpose, what I'm saying on that is to persevere. Don't let that stop you. But when that tactic don't work, that's not the only tactic. The bad side of the universe to start decided stopping you from trying to do your purpose to give you. It'll pacify you. So it'll pacify you with money. Because you'll be like, man, I'm making a bunch of money. What I need to go out here and do this for? Or I'm doing this, this, and that. What I need to go talk to them people for? Or it'll just get you sidetracked with males. A lot of the time it's females. With females, a lot of the time it's the type of man. So you want to put yourself around people in your relationships, someone that's trying to build you and build your dreams, not you just flee into somebody else. And that's a topic for another day. Especially to you dudes, bro. Like, females too, man. You don't want to keep, cause it comes a time. Matter of fact, I was watching Country Wayne, and a fool and his money is easily departed. Um, and I know I love Wayne. Like, been following him pretty much almost from day one. And but some of the stuff, I'm like, what? And if you ever read the Bible, it's time. There we go. We shot we shot at the Tito's and the Kool-Aid, which I ain't never seen that before. Uh if you ever read the Bible, uh and I can make a lot of topics out of what I'm about to say to y'all, especially to some of these preachers. Um, you ever read the Bible, King David, right? Everybody knows who King David is, right? King David killed Goliath, if you don't know who he is. But if you ever read Kings and Samuel, you will see the life of King David, right? So King David was a mofo. King David pretty much committed every type of sin that that can be committed by human beings. I mean, murdered people, lust, adultery, stole somebody's wife, then killed them. Got a lot of things, right? But God said David was a man after my own heart. So when it comes to this religious kick, um, but one thing David know how to do, he knew how to repent for the mistakes he made. But he had a purpose, because David went out, as far as the Bible say, killed tens and tens of thousands of Israel's enemies, right? Um, so he would have to go to battle. But every time he come back to battle, he would be alive, obviously, because he was the king and he had a whole long story of 40 years, 70 years, something. King David reigned. Um, the king before him tried to kill him. He had to hide out in caves for 15 years. All types of crazy crap that happened to David. His son tried to kill him at one point, Absalom. But all the stuff David did, all the stuff David went through. God said David is a man after my own heart. Um, but some of the sins, the major sins David committed was over women. Solomon, David's son, after him, smartest man on earth, right? Solomon got old. Solomon had 700 wives and 300 concubines, something like that, right? The women took him away from God, and that's what brought Israel down. So my point with Wayne is like you can spin and trick and do all this money and all this stuff, but eventually that will be your demise. Same thing with females, man. Just the people you be around, even some of your friends. Um, my my biggest problem. That's why I kind of been isolated for the last year or so, cause we can if your homies they can party with you, but they can't in your homettes. So for the ladies, for your girls and your homeboys, they can party with you, but they can't invest with you. That's a problem. You know what I'm saying? If y'all can do all the bullshit that's out there to do in the world, blow money, chase chicks, chase dudes, whatever you know what I'm saying? Um, all this other bullshit that's easy to do, but when it comes time to doing something important, like putting our money on autopilot, doing stuff that can put our money on autopilot and make a legacy for not just me, but for you and your family, your friends, and pull up people to a higher level where we can do all the other bullshit we really can't associate. Because there come a time where the club get old. There come a time put this in a better way. There come a time that messing with the 304s get old, male and female. um, and just living to to run it up. I ain't really where it's at, man. Cause like I had a lot of money before, and I had nothing before. I'd been broke, and I'd been hood rich. It's for real. I done had hoopties, and I got a Benz. You know what I'm saying? I done paid. You know what I'm saying? I done had to ride a bike before, man. I didn't. Man, I remember one time it had got so bad, and I'm just being transparent as I can be with y'all. It got so bad before that my old school. Now, when I bought my old school, my Monte Carlo, I had like 4 or 5 cars, right? But I got so bad that my old school it was primer. Didn't even have a motor. My homeboy had to come over and help me put the motor in it. Shout out Jerry too, because he put the motor in. He man, just go to work, get your money. I got you. Put the motor into my driveway. That was my primary car. It was supposed to be my race car, so I took the heat out of it. So the car didn't even have heat. Couldn't even put the heat back in it. I had took the heat out of it, but it had got so bad that the other cars was gone, moved out the crib, everything like that. That the Monte Carlo was my primary car. I had 5 cars and a big old house before that incident. The Monte Carlo ended up having to be my primary car for a year. But I didn't have it so good. I didn't pay cash money for a Corvette. So the ups and downs that you go through, you know what I'm saying, all comes back to are you fulfilling your purpose? One of my homeboys just lost his job. I had to let him know. Like sometimes the bad thing really be the blessing because you're not doing what your purpose is. Very smart. He owns 2 businesses, but the shock of just losing something that you're comfortable with. Like eagles got to throw their babies out the nest, or they'll never leave. They get so big, so the eagle, he know the mama eagle know when they can fly, kick their ass out the nest, and the eaglet fly, fall out, then it flap its wings, and next thing you know, it's soaring. So sometimes God kick you out the nest because you get too comfortable. You get too comfortable and you're not living inside your purpose. Like the eagle mama. The eagle baby never gonna become an eagle sitting in the nest. It's gonna stay an eaglet. And if you ever watch National Geographic, you'll see the eagles. They start turning brown. They be white when they born. They start turning brown. But the babies be in there. They be damn near all brown, and they still don't want to go nowhere. And you see the mama come in and shit ass out there. The eagle fall and start doing this. Then they start doing this, and then shit. Next thing you know, it's flying. And that's a lot of times the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, got to do with us because you'll get so comfortable that you won't ever fulfill the purpose that you was put here for. Um, and that's a tragedy. So many people leave this planet abruptly. Devil come to do 3 things: steal, kill, and destroy. So when he can't do that, he'll pacify you into one of those things. You step outside the will of the universe or God, where he can put hands on you and get you up out of here. Like I said, I've been to funerals with some of my young homies. They used to run behind me. I didn't teach them how to do nothing but bad. And I'm looking in the casket like, yeah, like he wasn't even half as bad as me. I mean, he never busted nobody or none of crazy high speed chases and none of that stuff. And it might have, you know what I'm saying? But uh, yeah. So like, um, purpose unfulfilled, a lot of talent. You know what I'm saying? It's not just one occasion, it's several occasions, and I'm sure we all can relate to that. And then there's some people that that grow old and they never did nothing with their life. They never was a part of anything. Not even on a big scale, but even on a little scale. You got some people that become old, never been a father to their kids, never been a mama to their kids. You know what I'm saying? Never really done nothing to influence or have an effect on this earth. That's a horrible, long life to live. If you just self, you just all for you and selfish. Like I said, point of a purpose is to affect someone else. Your gift is not for you. That's why it's called a gift. Yeah, you know, sometimes you give things to yourself, but the ones that come from the universe, they're really not for you. You didn't even think. A lot of times when you give something to yourself, it end up being a blessing to someone else. You might give it away at some point in time. Someone else can use it. And so this 2024, I'm just challenging y'all, man, to like step into your purpose. Not saying like I said, working in a job. I'm still working. You know what I'm saying? But I just put myself in a position now where I break it down to you. I'm on a 2-3-3 schedule. So meaning work 2 days, off three, work 2 days, off three, work 3 days, off two. So now I got time to invest in my purpose and other things that I'm doing. Um, I got time back. You know what I'm saying? Make the same amount of money, but I got my time back. And that was important to me. And it's crazy because of all the other opportunities out there, they was playing games. But the one thing, and that's how I know when God or the universe, whatever you want to call it, wants you to do. Because I'm overqualified for a lot of things. I never went and finished college. You know what I'm saying? I was in college and high school, left, went back to college, left, and I'm in positions. I've been a superintendent, area manager, um, and I don't even have a degree. I have $100,000 job, and I don't have a degree. I just have skill level and a mouthpiece to talk. And really now, it's more about. Matter of fact, in the interview, we can teach you how to manage um, the production and the facilities and the way we do things. But it's hard to get people that people will follow and gravitate to. Um, builders of men, leaders of men. Um, I've been blessed to have um, in my second part of my career in management. I've been blessed to be around great leaders. I've been around some shitty ones too, but even they motivate me to not be like that. You know what I'm saying? To not want to be like that. Um, and so whatever you're doing, you know what your purpose is. You know that thing that's inside of you that's calling you to do something or do better or go beyond where you've been before. And a lot of that is establishing too. Like like why I got back into this credit repair. Um, I just happen to be seeing uh it's a lot of stuff that I've been doing for a long time that I see people making a lot of money off of and profitable. And I'm like, damn, I've been doing that shit. Y'all just now popping with it. But the difference between me and them, they kept with it. They kept with it. They didn't let life distract them. And I'm like, damn, dog, yeah, he started this in 2018, man. I was turning credit scores from 500s to 700s since 2015. Longer than that, really, because I remember I shout out this story. Shout out Pastor Cannon, Greg Cannon. I remember we was at the barbershop and this was like, man, RJ wasn't even born yet. I gotta go back and think what kind of car I had. So anyway, I was in the barbershop and his uncle came with this credit repair kit. It was on the CD. That's how long ago this was. So maybe I can't even remember if Jasmine was born. So it was on the CD anyhow. I'm telling you how old I am. So it was on the CD, right? That was my first credit repair kit. And you put the CD in, it was DVD, CD, DVD ROM, right? You had to print out the letters. And that was the first time I did credit repair. And so I had my cousin Chris, he had a CD burner. And so I went over his house and I said, "Hey, put this in here, man." And he burned me some CD copies of the credit repair kit, right? And that was my first time getting into credit repair. And then over time, I got better. The system got better. This is when I was doing prepaid legal. So yeah, Jasmine wasn't even born yet. This is when I first started prepaid legal. I was trying to sell him prepaid legal. He was trying to sell me credit repair. So this was when prepaid legal was popping. Did that too. Had a huge team. I mean, we was on the track to being some millionaires probably, and lost our minds. Lost our minds. I ended up moving to Alabama, and the team fell apart. I had a team of over 40 people, and we was making. You would never think vodka and Kool Aid would taste so good. Matter of fact, let me stop being stupid before I put this on this new mixer. And from that point on, I've been fixing credit. But I see these cats out here now, and they making millions. They're making millions. And one of the aspects I never really understood was the business part of that. From taking your a good personal score, putting it into business credit. I always had LLCs, but I never really used them. I never, to be honest with you, um, I never really structured my LLC correctly until I started my boat business 2 years ago. Well, I always had the boat business since I bought my first boat in 2017. But I never really my first year I was just giving people rides for free, and then a couple times end up charging people for gas that I really didn't know. I'm like, damn, I can make some money off this, and that's how I end up getting into renting my boat out, and then totally investing in the boat, transforming the boat, um, and starting the whole boat rental business. But I never really structured the LLC properly until then. Um, and that's one of the things if you're trying to fulfill your purpose financially, you gotta line your stuff up correctly. And one of the things there is uh, getting your credit together so that you can really make moves to get your time back. The whole point of being a financial freedom is to free up your time. Because if you trade hours for dollars, you're always going to be stuck in that wheel. They call it the rat race. And like I said, uh, I make $42 an hour. That's my base pay, and I wasn't happy. I got a lot of stuff. I got some. I give away bags of clothes because I just be at work bored buying shit that I don't even need. Um, but at a point in time, my purpose was eating at me. It always has. No matter what I'm doing, I could be the worst mofo on earth. And God will continue, or the universe, whatever you're gonna call it, will continue to claw at you until you doing what it is that your purpose is for. And like I had been in my worst, and these ideas that just keep coming. I keep talking to me, and like this, I was sitting there, like, man, why is it so hard to move on? And they offered me to go to Hamtramck. I'm like, man, I'm not driving out to Hamtramck for Toledo. I keep the layoff. And I'm like, why did I feel that way? And then because I was slowly getting back into my purpose. And so that's what I want y'all to focus on, man. I mean, I know a lot of y'all got dreams, and life will get in the way. It loves to do that, get in the way of your dreams. And your dreams is really your purpose. The reason you had those dreams and had those dreams of doing these things is because that's what your purpose is. People that work in their purpose, it's not going to work because they love what they do. Um, we got to get like that's not about the money. It's about the purpose. Like I said, I made a lot of money, but I wasn't fulfilling my purpose. And I made a little money and was fulfilling my purpose, and that was some of the best feelings that I ever got. Like I said, when I even started the boat company, I just wanted the people to be because when I first started, it wasn't a Detroit boat life yet. Not that I had known of. I was one of the first dudes out there. Um, and I just wanted everybody, man, I could as many people as I can get on the boat. This little boat. We used to call it the what do we call it? Sea otter. Used to call it sea otter. And there was a little 8 passenger, little thing, 18 footer. Boy, but if I just wanted everybody to experience what it was like to be on the water. And The only people I knew had boats had big money, and I could take as many people as I wanted at all times. I mean, rotate. Come on, y'all gotta get on the boat. Y'all gotta see what this water like. This, and that, and that was enjoyable to me. And then I realized, like, oh man, I can make money off of one of my favorite, if not my favorite thing to do. And that's when you know you working and living in your purpose. When you making money and your purpose is feeding you. And my purpose was, we get out there and I'm showing people different things. Every time I'm out there, seeing I done saved, can't even tell you how many people's lives I done saved out on the jet ski. I done saved um hmm, at least 7 people. I remember my first time actually riding on the Detroit River. If y'all want to go back and look at it, I say these two Latino people in the boat, their engine had cut off. They was about to get hit by a tanker, and I pulled them across on a jet ski. I pulled their boat on a jet ski back to the dock, and that's a double function of the purpose. I was having fun, and I saved 2 people's lives. I done went out there when I first had the Ghost Rider, my black and gray jet ski. I remember it's raining, and I just got off work, and it was raining, and that's how adamant I was about going to ski because I needed my time. And so it stopped raining. I'm looking at the clouds. When you're on the water, you'll learn how to read the rain and the storms and all that crap. Um, don't play around with the Great Lakes, Lake Erie, Lake Michigan. They will tear your ass up. So don't play around with them because they could change. They some bipolar creatures. You can play around with the river a little bit, but do not play around with Lake Erie and Lake Michigan because they that quick and you'll be out there on a flat day and you have 5, 6, 7 foot rollers to hit you. But anyhow, I was out there one day and yeah, literally just stopped raining. I'm sitting in the truck waiting for the rain cloud to go past. And as soon as it go past, I took the ski off, jump in the water. I'm blowing, doing 60, 70. But I'm messing with the phone because I'm going so fast that the radio wasn't on. And I hear this, help, help. I look over. Y'all see it? It's on my page too. It used to be one of my things. This family boat had ran out of gas. They was stuck on the sandbar on the island. And I went over there. I seen the kids. I'm like, oh my God, it's crazy. It's 2 dudes. They was out fishing with the kids and they boat ran out of gas. End up pulling them back to the dock. You can, like I said, I ain't no cap. You can look on my page. It's down there somewhere in the video. Uh, but that's again, your purpose will have you actually literally saving people's lives. I remember when I first started doing this. I never forget the video. Check on your people. A friend of mine, well, she the ops, but she tried to commit suicide at the time, and I never knew if the person was happy or whatever. They mentally was messed up. That came to bit me in the ass, but but I did the video check on your people, and the response to that was crazy. My inbox was going crazy because how many people had been through that and had nobody to talk to and nobody to really reflect on how they feel. Some people very close to me, some relatives, and hit me up like, "I never told you this, but I was about to do that to myself too." And when I made the video, and the crazy part about it, God was on my head. Like I was in the middle. I made the video at 5, man, it wasn't even 5, it's like 4 in the morning, and I could not sleep. God was just on my head. Like, get up, talk. So got up, got on the phone, made the video. It's on here somewhere, so far back. Um, Made the video, and then it just blew up, and so many people hit me up, male and female, telling me that they story. Um, then I got rocking with it, and then I quit, and then God got on my ass. Like you can't run away from your purpose because the universe gonna get on your ass or it's gonna get you up out of here. And I just thank God that He keeps putting me breath in my body every day so far that I done woke up and I'm here again to tell you this. But this time, it's not a hobby. I mean, the best way to do something, if you're really sincere about it, is invest your money into it. So I put my money into this. It's a lot of money equipment right here. Um, so to make my commitment to it even more, cause it get hard like doing this sometimes, like especially when I'm coming from a different dynamic. I get on here, talk shit, talk crazy, talk about the latest gossip, talk about the Lions losing yesterday. Real sick about that. Um, you know, we had those discussions. We can have those. But my main purpose is really get the best out of people. Is to to tell you where I'm coming from. You know, I got some stories I can tell you that's very entertaining. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no Hollywood. It's it's Ypsilanti, Michigan, Inkster, Detroit, all them areas. You know what I'm saying? Shootouts and rumblings and crazy stuff that I done and been a part of. Man, um, taking the cops down through there. Um, I mean, I done been through a lot of stuff. I mean, if that's y'all, if it entertains y'all, you know. Remember we man, getting kicked out of Canada. I can't even go back to Canada. I am banned from Canada for whooping ass. Literally. So so I got stories to tell you that's entertaining and my life is like a Hollywood movie for real. Um, but that's how I say this, that I know I have a purpose because I could easily been locked up a million times over. I could easily be dead. Not invincible. Some of the fights that we were involved in was was crazy. I'm gonna bring some guests on here because my story is not the only story. There's other story, good ones. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of celebrities too. That I hopefully I can bring them onto this channel. Um, so it's a lot of things. Like I said, I know a lot of people that since y'all love these type of stories. Matter of fact, one of the funniest things, if y'all, I don't want to kind of take it there, but it was a funny thing that Charleston White said. Shout out Charleston White. Big ups to him. Met him when I was in Atlanta. Um, One of the guys I find hilarious. If you don't know, Charleston is actually a brilliant person, man. Before the bald head and all the crap. If you ever watch some of his older takes and how intelligent he is, and he even tells you like I had to turn to this um, N word, this mentality because that's the only thing y'all understand is shooting, wilding, and all this other stuff. I prefer not to go there with it. I mean, but it's getting the job done. And if you really listen to the shit he's saying, it's real. It's real facts. How I what really kicked the spark in me to get back doing Man versus the Machine. A girl asked me a question about something that Charleston said, and it was about relationships. And I was like, "Yeah, it's true. But it goes both ways. Men ain't the only one that do this." And I was like, you know what? He kind of was politically correct, and I thought about what he said. Like most men, I was like, most men uh wouldn't be honest with that fact. Most men, but a real dude is gonna like fuck it. So we get to those type of topics too. I'm gonna run this to the 50-minute mark. I want all the videos to be the same. So I'm gonna run this to the 50-minute mark. And yeah, man. So stick with me. We're rocking with these Man versus Machines. They only gonna get better. I'm gonna have these topics up so y'all can see them before they air. I try to keep doing them. Like I said, it depends how the schedule go. Like I said, I got a lot of days off. I'm definitely gonna record on my days off. But I'm gonna try to go live for you guys when I record these, so that'll be an experience, a little something different. That my recordings will be live for social media. But then, like I said, if you ever want to go back and look at it again, go on social media, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just created it, Man vs. the Machine. If you like what you hear here, like, share, subscribe. It's always gonna be a buck with me. That's the only way I know how to keep it. Um, I'm gonna be completely transparent. Like I said, at times my life has been like an action movie with one, two, three, four, five chapters. Um, Sometimes I share with y'all the crazy stuff I do. I want to go to jail right now because I see they coming back and getting people for telling you. Y'all just see me do 170 miles per hour with the camera in one hand while I'm filming this. Like I got a problem, but um, been on both sides of the law. Um, but we gonna have a good time with this Man versus Machine, man. Like give you what he gives me to give to y'all. So it ain't really me. Just a vessel in it. So I hope this, like I said, I hope all of them reach somebody, has an effect in your day. I appreciate y'all coming out and rock with me for this first one. We got about 30 seconds. Make sure y'all check the music out, the soundtrack, man. I broke down one of my albums, one of my songs off our album that we did back in the day. It's still hot to this day. So check that out. It'll be you can hear it on the YouTube. I can't hear it on this because the little piece for the phone didn't come yet. Thank you, Amazon. So y'all can't hear the music that I can hear and hear for the outtakes. But yeah, y'all be cool, man. Thanks for rocking with me. Man versus the Machine. I'll see y'all next Monday.